Martine, welcome to Halloween Daily. Thank you so much for hanging out and talking to us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
We are, of course, very excited to have you as one of the new cast members within the Halloween franchise and in the brand new Halloween Ends, which, as we're recording this, it's in theaters. It's the #1 movie in theaters right now. So how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm doing amazing. I'm actually in NYC right now. I'm about to go to a couple events while I'm out here and stuff. So I'm really excited. It's insane.
Awesome. I know it's an exciting time for you. And this is, of course, always an exciting time for us. Of course, we love Michael Myers, and then it's just the Halloween season anyway. So it's the best time of year for us anyway. And if it's all right, before we talk about Halloween Ends, we're Halloween Daily News, where every day is Halloween. And so we always like to ask you a little bit about what the holiday itself means to you. So do you celebrate and go big on Halloween? And do you have fond memories of celebrating growing up?
Yeah, I've always loved Halloween. I think growing up, trick-or-treating, of course, was super fun.
Yeah.
I never had any siblings, so I would always go out with all my cousins. I have a lot of cousins.
Yeah.
So I would go out with them, go to one of my aunt's houses and, just kind of go around the neighborhood and pick through all our candy and, all that sort of stuff. So I've always loved Halloween, always loved scary movies, the whole deal.
Do you have a favorite? We always ask what your favorite Halloween costume is and your favorite Halloween candy.
Favorite Halloween costume? It's crazy. I was like Scream for like 4 years.
Yeah.
But also, I feel like as a kid, sometimes you have the most cool costumes. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
I had like a Clifford costume. I don't know. I kind of like that one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Clifford's cool. How about favorite Halloween candy?
Yeah, favorite Halloween candy. I actually saw Joey on here. We have some of the same favorite candies.
Nice.
Twix, Kit Kats. I really like Heath. Yeah.
Very nice. Very cool. So there when fans are meeting you, they'll know what candies to bring to put in your trick or treat pail in the future.
Love is love.
And so you mentioned in that you, because I was going to ask if you're a horror fan and if you already like scary movies, and you kind of answered that a little bit. You said you are a horror fan.
Yeah, love scary movies.
Do you have a favorite among them?
Yeah, I love The Conjuring, especially The Conjuring 2. Really the ones that are like, the based on a true story ones get me crazy.
Yeah.
But I love all scary stuff. I'd say like horror and comedy is like my favorite genres. So I definitely I like the challenge of being like, ooh, is it gonna scare me? Like what's gonna happen? Like the element of surprise, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Totally. So I know lately your focus has been in recent years on your music. Has that been something that you have had a passion for as long as you can remember? Where does that come from?
Yeah, I've always loved music. I think both my parents being really into music, my godmom is an artist, kind of seeing her thrive and stuff, definitely inspired me and left a mark on me. But I think, I really started taking it serious around like 13, like doing original music and stuff. And yeah, I've been doing it ever since. It's really like my first love.
That's awesome. Who are some of your biggest musical influences that we might know?
Man, it's crazy. Every time I get asked this question, for some reason I forget some of them. But I'm really influenced by like R&B and a lot of 90s R&B. But like some of my favorite artists in general are, I don't know if you know Bryson Tiller, Ty Dolla $ign, my godmom Kehlani, Drake, Big Sean. Those are some of my favorites.
Nice, very cool. And so you've been on the music side, and is acting been something you wanted to get into, or is that always been something you've kind of been doing on the side? before Halloween ends?
Yeah, so I actually just started getting into acting really in the
Okay.
last year and a half. Um, and you know, I just really, I think, wanted to give it a try and like see what it was like. I've always been into entertainment in general,
Yeah.
but I never really gave acting a try until then. So crazy enough, Halloween Ends was actually my second audition, which
Wow.
is wild. And yeah, I didn't know it was Halloween at first, but they had the director attached to the audition when I did a self tape. And basically I found out that, you know, it was David Gordon Green and this was the next movie he was doing. So it's crazy how it worked out, but yeah.
Well, yeah, maybe if you can walk us through a little bit more of that, of the actual audition process and what that was like. I saw, I know you were at the premiere, and I saw your Instagram post where you showed a tweet from, I guess, last year, and talking about manifestation and talking about a tweet where you said you wanted to be in a movie, and then here you are at the premiere last week. So this happened pretty fast, obviously. Can you walk us through a bit of that? You said it was only your second audition, so how did that go?
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy because, you know, talking about manifestation, I feel like so many things that I've done in my life have literally just been by putting good energy out there and, you know, like speaking into existence for real. And I definitely feel like this was one of those things, even though at the time I didn't know what it was going to be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy how it happened. But yeah, so basically I saw the audition, I did a self-tape and I sent it in, and the casting director hit me back about 2-3 weeks later, and basically said, you know, I want to show you to the director. And, you know, but in order to do that, I have to make sure you can be a modified local because they were shooting in Georgia.
Okay.
So I was like, oh yeah, for sure. Like, you know, if I don't care if I do it for free, you know what I mean? Like, this is great. So yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm down. And basically we did another audition in front of David, or I did another audition in front of David and the casting director. And I thought I blew it, to be honest with you. Like, I thought, you know, oh no, like I messed up some of the lines. Like, you know what I mean? I did like an improv audition as well, like while I was on the Zoom. And right after I was like, oh, I ruined it. But I got a call back 5 minutes later, like, you know, you got the part.
Wow.
And yeah, it was a crazy feeling, crazy up and down moment. You know what I mean?
Wow, I guess so. Yeah.
But yeah, and then we started filming like a month and a half later.
Man, that's yeah. I mean, so fast and to be there and to feel like to walk out of it not even feeling like you did your best, and then right up at the top of the hill right after that.
Yeah, no, it was wild.
Now, you said that you didn't know what you were auditioning for, but you kind of did. You could kind of figure it out based on the director being attached and kind of knowing what's going on. And I'm always curious, how familiar were you with Michael Myers, with the original Halloween and these most recent films? Are you a fan of those, and had you seen those films at all?
Yeah, I saw, I can't remember which one it was, but I think Michael was really young. I don't know if it was Halloween 4 or which one it was, but my cousin was like super obsessed with Halloween. And he would watch it all the time. And I remember watching one of the movies specifically with him. I think he like killed his dad or like in a chair, and then like killed his sister, killed his mom, like everybody. And he was like really young. And I was like, this is insane. Like,
Yeah.
super cool. But I just kind of started watching them more before I auditioned, and you know, watched the last two and saw what David did, and I think he did a great job. So I was really excited. I was really excited to be a part of something so great, you know.
And you are one of the new cast members playing a brand new character here, and one of this kind of a gang. When we talked to Joey, we were saying you guys are kind of this Haddonfield gang of bullies harassing poor Corey Cunningham and giving him a hard time, and your character's name is Billy. What can you tell us about Billy, this new character here walking the streets of Haddonfield?
Man, you know, Billy got issues. Billy's going through a lot. You know, in the backstory I just kind of created for him before going into the role, You know, it's like his dad's not in his life. His mom's been on drugs for a while, and he had to get out of his house. You know what I mean? And Terry, you know, this is kind of just my backstory.
Yeah.
Terry, you know, let him come stay with him, even though like his dad's abusive, and you can kind of see that in the movie.
Yeah.
I feel like we're just a bunch of kids trying to fit in that have problems and don't know how to deal with them. You know what I mean? Just like any bully.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Billy's definitely off. He got a screw loose.
And can you talk a little bit about filming with your co-stars? Joey talked about how you guys, you know, really did have time to hang out off set and really kind of get close and become friends like you are in the film. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, no, honestly, it was really cool because this is my first movie, and you know, to like meet so many cool people with good energy. The first project I'm on, you know what I mean, was really a blessing. And I think being able to hang out with Joey and Mikey and Destiny, like we really became really cool, you know what I mean, like pretty much instantly, which I feel like is really rare. But yeah, like me and Joey and Destiny stayed in the same hotel. So like Joey cooks, and like she would like make us like dinners like a lot of the days while we were just chilling at the hotel, you know, not really going to set. And yeah, it was really cool. We got to, you know, get closer, and I feel like when you're gonna be close in a movie, it's cool to build a relationship, you know, just normally too, and like, you know, yeah, I feel like it just worked out.
Can you talk a little bit about, like Joey mentioned some of the work that she did that in some scenes that didn't make the final theatrical cut, and you know, we're all hoping maybe in the bonus features when the Blu-rays released, and she told us she got to moon Jamie Lee Curtis. She was proud of being able to do that. And but were there scenes that you were a part of that you can tell us a little bit about that maybe didn't make the theatrical cut?
Yeah, it was honestly the same scene. Yeah, Joey mooned Jamie, and then I like twisted Corey's nipple, well, Rowan's nipple. Which didn't make it. I think it's gonna make it in the bloopers, but yeah, it was a really funny moment. And I'm like, "Here's your milk," you know what I mean? He like drops the chocolate milk and stuff. You know, just a real dick move from Billy. But yeah, that was really the only thing that didn't make it as far as my character.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that they shot that might be in the bloopers and stuff.
And let's talk about, you know, you said you had seen some of the movies, so obviously you know Michael Myers and the shape, that infamous mask. You guys have this encounter. I mean, it's technically Corey, you know, spoiler alert for anybody watching this should have already seen the movie by now. But you know, I know it's technically Corey, but it's the shape for all intents and purposes. And can you talk a little bit about that and just seeing that shape, that mask, that iconic figure that is just, you know, such a monumental figure for us horror fans and in this genre, shooting scenes with the shape.
Yeah, it was really dope to see. I think, you know, everything I was a part of, like, especially the junkyard. The junkyard was a crazy vibe, and like we shot there for like probably 4 or 5 nights, like night shoots and stuff. And it was really cool to kind of see everything come together. I was lucky enough to like kind of be on the sidelines when I wasn't shooting, and, you know, see all the stuff that Chris Nelson did. And like, he's amazing. I mean, he's one of the best in the game. And, you know, he makes the masks, you know, all the details are like to the T. And yeah, it was really cool to see everything come together. And I really love the concept of how Corey, you know, becomes the shape and his whole story. And I feel like it brings a lot to the franchise.
Yeah. We've talked about it a lot here at HDM, but yeah, I think this is a character that's, you know, going to resonate over the years and kind of become kind of a fan favorite within the franchise. You know, it's unexpected, you know, to have this new character come in, and it's not related to Michael and Laurie saga, but then it intersects, and it is so interesting. I also talked to just yesterday, actually, we interviewed Paul Logan, the co-writer of the film, and he told us how y'all's characters, the bullies, were actually based on some real bullies in his life. Did he have like conversations or anything specific, instructions for like you that you remember that that you guys had to incorporate?
You know, it's crazy because when he told me that these characters were based off of real people, it was so cool. You know, first of all, for him to like share his story and put it into this movie, and honestly, he didn't give us any specific notes. He kind of just let us rock, and I feel like it was really cool to like, you know, for him to put his trust in us to just play these characters the way we wanted to play them. What's insane is that when I was talking about my backstory for the character, it's actually matches up with the real person in real life. Like, wow. And we were talking about it when we actually just saw him on the street, like in Savannah one night, and we were all just walking and like talking about the characters and stuff. And yeah, it was crazy how like that just happened to come together. You know what I mean? But love Paul. He's an amazing writer. His book, I don't know if it's out yet, but he wrote a book on Halloween Ends. He actually put one of my songs in the book, which is super crazy too.
Awesome.
And love that guy. Love that guy.
Yeah, he was awesome to talk to, and I can't wait to read his novelization. He was telling us about that. There's going to be a whole lot of extra material in there, and he says a whole lot actually. And so yeah, as a fan, I can't wait to dig into that. And you mentioned one of your songs is in the book. One of your songs is in the film as well.
Yeah, Misbehaving. That was an insane thing that happened. I didn't even know. So David actually listened to my music, I guess, before I auditioned for him.
Oh wow!
And he was like, "I really love your music, man." I was like, "Oh shit, like thanks." You know, like that's crazy. And yeah, they decided like kind of last minute to put it in the film and to like put it in the car that we pull up in and stuff. So yeah, it's nothing but love for everybody in the crew. But yeah, I guess Paul put my song "Freak" in the book.
Oh, cool.
At some point. I don't know if Billy's playing it or what character, but yeah, I'm honored.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. And I wonder if maybe he'll have some more of that backstory of Billy in there too. I mean, it sounds like he's gonna have a lot more backstory on some of these characters that we only got a little bit of in the actual film. So I'm definitely looking forward to that.
That'd be super cool. I can't wait to read it.
Same here. So like we said last week, I know you were at the big LA premiere with everybody. That must have been just an insane experience. Can you tell us a little bit about what that felt like?
Yeah.
And that was the first time you saw the whole finished film, I guess?
Yeah, first time seeing the whole film together. You know, it's really cool to be like a small piece of the puzzle, you know what I mean, and kind of see it all form together. I think they did amazing. It was like so cool seeing. I love like the transitions between scenes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, just a lot of the other deaths. The DJ's death is insane. Yeah. I was like, wow. And yeah, just to kind of experience it with everybody for the first time, you know what I mean, and hang out with my castmates, you know, go to the after party. And yeah, it was a great time. It was definitely surreal.
And I know you probably haven't even thought about it too much, but you know, this I mentioned it to Joey that, you know, you guys are now part of this massive legacy that is the Halloween franchise. You know, it's 44 years and counting now. This is the 13th movie, and I know it's the end, but you know, it'll continue in some way down the road. And
right.
So has that even started to really set into you that you know, there are going to be fans that are going to want to talk to you as much about this probably over the years as anything else you do sometimes. So have you really thought about that yet?
You know, I haven't too much. I think honestly, it's just now even starting to feel real. You know what I mean? Like just being in the movie in general, and you know, how this franchise is gonna last forever. You know, in every Halloween, you know, some people might watch this movie And yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's still like becoming real to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm really grateful.
Do you have an idea? Because like I said, Michael, it goes on and on. It gets reinvented every few years. I feel like every generation kind of has their entry point for Michael Myers and for this whole franchise. In your mind, do you have an idea of what this lasting impact is? Why it is that fans just can't get enough, and we keep coming back for more?
Man, I think it's just like Michael is so relentless, you know what I mean? And like, it's almost like he's immortal, you know? And I think that is like such a crazy thing to be, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think the way that it's also like mysterious, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's a cool aspect of him too, is like, you don't necessarily fully know everything about him, and you're kind of trying to figure out why he does the things he does, and like how his mind works, you know what I mean? And that's really interesting to me.
Yeah, definitely one of the scarier aspects is you never know what's going on in his mind, and this film plays up a lot of that as well. You see some different sides of Michael that we haven't really seen before.
Yeah, he's like actually letting people live. Like,
yeah,
what?
Yeah, it's definitely and it'll be one of those films that I've said before that I think fans, they'll debate on. They'll analyze it over the years. Some are gonna love it, some not so much, and that's like with anything. But one thing that I think is almost undeniable is that all three of these most recent movies have really just elevated the Laurie Strode character. I mean, she was always important to us as fans and to the horror genre, but these films have really just made her this awesome badass force to be reckoned with. So can you speak just a little bit about that and seeing that on screen and just being, like you said, just a part of that mythology that has really lifted Laurie more than ever, I think, in these three movies.
Yeah. I think it's really cool to see, and I feel like it's fitting, like Jamie's already a badass to begin with. So I think like seeing that on camera, it just makes sense, and even though I only got to interact with her really for, one of our scenes, she's super cool person and hilarious. I mean, she would like, clown us on set, and we'd like clown her back, and, just, it felt really or like a really good vibe to be in, she felt like a family member or something. And yeah, it was cool.
That's awesome. What would you say is your favorite memory from set?
Favorite memory from set? A lot of funny moments. Let me see. Probably, well, the death scene was definitely really fun. I guess I could spoil it. I couldn't see out of one of my eyes for like a lot of hours. So I had to get used to it, but it was really funny to see like how people reacted to me every time I would like walk past and they'd be like, oh shit. So like that, David had a lot of funny moments. There was one moment where we were shooting and he literally just like put a cone on his head, like a traffic cone, and was just like hanging out, and then he like took it off. Yeah, a lot of just funny moments with like crew and cast, just kind of behind camera and stuff.
It's great when we always hear that lighthearted moments in the middle of filming the death scenes. It seems like that always kind of goes hand in hand. Those are sometimes the most lighthearted, funniest moments when they say cut, and it's the most gruesome moments in the film.
Yeah.
Was that an exciting day for you to get to shoot that?
Oh, super exciting. Super exciting. I feel like, first of all, to be in a movie like this is super exciting, but to like die in it is like even more exciting. Mm-hmm. So I think, for that whole process and see my castmates, do all of their stuff was super cool. Another funny moment I forgot about is on the bridge scene, when we were like tussling with Rowan and stuff. Yeah. One of the takes we did, I accidentally gave him like the craziest wedgie.
Oh,
And he was
man.
like, dude, that was all underwear. Like, that was so like right after I was like, my bad, bro, my bad. He was like, nah, you killed it. You killed it.
Oh, man.
So yeah, that was funny. It was, you know, funny accident, but but yeah, no, shooting all the scenes was a great time though.
How long did it take to shoot that death scene?
The death scene?
Yeah.
Man, it took a solid 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
It took a solid 4 or 5 days. I think you know, getting all the gags and all the special effects stuff right. I think was like the main thing, and you know, making sure continuity and like you know, everything stayed the way it was supposed to, I think was like the main thing. And obviously all of it having to be at nighttime, so you know, us going till 5, 6 in the morning and then coming back and stuff. But I had a lot of fun.
Did you like getting to do some of the makeup, prosthetic work?
Yeah.
Had that applied to you?
Yeah, I loved it. It was really interesting to watch and kind of see it, you know, start from like a little something to like slowly getting bigger, and then, you know, everything else that he did to it. It's like, it's a science for real.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was super cool.
Like you said, it's a science, and Christopher and his team, they're just, you know, they're so top notch with all of that, and it just always looks amazing, and in all of these most recent films especially.
Yeah, no, he kills it, literally.
Yeah, quite literally, he definitely does. So so what do you have upcoming? What other projects can you tell us about that we can look forward to?
Yeah. So I've been auditioning for some stuff, and you know, I definitely want to do some more films soon. I want to get into like some comedy or some drama. So I'm excited about that. I'm also dropping some new music. I have a new song coming out Friday.
Nice.
It's called Handle with Care. So I'm excited about that one. I think I'm gonna drop some singles for a while, and then, you know, create my project in the meantime, and you know, just keep putting out music. It's been a while since I put out music, so I'm definitely excited that I'm getting back into the rhythm, you know.
Well, and I guess I've got to ask, would you or have you or do you think you would maybe at some point make like a spooky Halloween theme song? Maybe not even Michael Myers specific, but like a spooky Halloween time song.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm super open to that. I feel like holiday type music is really cool because it kind of goes on forever, you know. So yeah, I'm open to it.
That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. Definitely look forward to it. Well, man, I know you are super busy right now, so I really do appreciate you taking this time today to hang out and talk to us and give us some more inside scoop on Billy and Haddonfield Bullies, and this has just been awesome getting to know you.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you. You know.
Oh man, well we appreciate you. Congrats on everything you got going on. It seems like this is just a great time for you, and you got, you know, nothing but good things on the horizon, it sounds like.
Thank you so much. Good to meet you, man.
Awesome. Same here, man, and happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.